Good morning, guys. It is day 2 of the, I guess you could call it the rocker cover day on the Liberty, and I've pretty much done everything to one side. So let's have a look. Okay, so I've got this this rocker cover back on, and I've torqued down all these bolts in order. So when you take it off, it's one in the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then when you put it back on, you pretty much do it in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I've done that, got it back on, put the new seals in, put the new gasket round, all these 5 new washers, and I've put the vacuum hose back onto the airbox there, or the regulator. So that's good. I'm just going to put the new spark plugs in now. That's 20 Newton meters of torque. That's set. Right, I'm gonna, if it's gonna reach, slowly place it in there. There it is. So you hear the click. Click means that she's good. And we'll find a lead that suits this length here. Make sure I'm gonna put a right one in. Right, so this was cylinder 3, and this went in there like that with the old spark plug, but now we've got a new spark plug in there. The closest ones are one of these, and that's still going to reach the length that we need. Alright, so that's still set to our 20 mark. I'm going to go ahead and put this second one in. Down she goes. There it is. I'm going to plug this in again. Feed it up here. Okay, so I got the other side off now, and yeah, I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit and go clean the old head. Degreaser, scraper, rag, steel brush, and a trusty 10mm socket. So I found out what this red one's for. It's for the oil lid. This is our second one here. That's gone rock hard now. And these are ready to go back in the car. It's got its 2 new seals and it's all cleaned. Now there's the rocker cover. I've gotten this as clean as I can. Throw your new gasket in. Those little tabs going down. Just like this. Okay, so all's going really good. I just managed to get the second cover off and cleaned it. I think you guys already just saw that. And yeah, just an update. It's going really good. Yeah, so the camshaft is doing that, and it's pushing these arms here, and those are the valves opening. So it opens, lets air in, closes off the air, well, the intake port or valve, and then on the other side it opens and lets the exhaust gas out. We've got our gasket in, got our both seals up top and the bottom there. Those are on, surface is cleaned. Now she's ready to go back on. Let me just get one bolt in. Top right. Yep. Oh. There's no room to do this. Just gotta gently fold that away over there. Okay. Throw in our torque wrench. There it is. Now this is my example of ridiculous. You've got to actually take this off, feed it in, and then put it back on. It's so stupid because there's no room here. So this threading in will give you that room that you need just to fit the torque wrench. Okay, so you want to make sure that when you put your leads in, that up here where the coil pack is, or the relays or whatever, you want to get a set of pliers, and around the end there's nothing important, it's like a square for that reason. You want to get your pliers, pinch quite firmly like that, and then push, like push on it as hard as you can on the angle that you are on, and then rotate this and it will slide its way up onto the thing. And I'm really concerned about the wobble there, but I think it should be fine, as there's a little bit of gap there, but we'll see. Okay, now grab your pliers on the end of this, like that. Oops. And then push in this way and rotate this. See how much easier they go on? Jesus. Okay, so we took off one side at a time. So first that was that side. Took out the old plugs, took out the old leads, took off all the airbox and everything. Then I attacked the valve cover, got all those bolts out, cleaned all the surface of the rockers and all around there. Good. Then with the rocker cover itself, degreased the whole thing, scraped every corner out, little crevice, cleaned it all up. Put all the new seals in, all the new washers, cleaned all the bolt threads, everything else. Put it back on the car, did it all up, replaced the spark plug tube seals, did all of that, put the new spark plugs in, put the new leads in, and I've done that for both sides. Now that's done, what you want to do is you want to go back through the steps in your head, make sure that everything is tight and back to where it was, which it is, which is really good. And now probably the next step is gonna wire everything back up, and then as I'm wiring it up, I'm gonna be cleaning the terminals. So I've put the fuse box back in. I've wired it all back up through all the clips and stuff. So underneath the AC lines in there, plugged in the AC condenser, continued up underneath the throttle body. I just checked that the throttle body thing, there's a plastic mount that goes to here, holds this, that broke off. But I put the starter motor back in, plugged it in, and now I'm just gonna probably clean these terminals that really need urgent cleaning, and clean the bottom battery tray, both of those with some hot water, and then yeah, and I'm gonna put it all back in, put the battery in, and we'll see. Okay, so to clean your crunchy terminals, you need something that you can put hot water onto underneath. Like, you could connect it to the battery, but you got risk of this touching the other terminal, and then yeah, you're doomed. So this way, it's nowhere near any electrical battery or charge, and it's on a concrete block. It's not damaging the car. It's just a little bollard off the ground somewhere, so I can put it on this and I can put some hot water on it. So all you're going to need is a steel brush, and with this steel brush you're going to use it to scrape it on the concrete so you've got a hard surface. And the next item that you're going to need is going to be your hot water jug. Okay, awesome. So we've got our hot brush, or a brush, and our hot water and a surface. I'm going to peel away this plastic or this rubber, whatever it is, because that's only going to get like melted if it goes on there. So put your other terminal on a rag instead of your paintwork, and you just slowly put a little bit of hot water over this terminal here, and it's going to melt away all the acid. Try and hold it with one hand, and then with the other hand. Be careful. Actually, we want a pair of safety glasses for this. Scrub away. Hopefully this comes off. This has been here for a little while. Okay, so I just I just took these both tie downs in the workshop, and I just brake cleaned and all that on the threads. It goes in really nicely tied down. That's not going anywhere. I'm going to just quickly show you how you connect your battery and do all of that without getting electrocuted. Yep, so you get that on. You got to try and hold that and tighten it up with your tool. And what I like to do is I like to get a longer extension so it's safer. Now when you put the negative one on, you don't want to touch that at all. So you want to put this back on. Like that. That's safe. There's a little spark there, but it won't kill you if you're gentle with it. So you're going to just thread the bolt on. And with your metal tool, that stays there. You don't want to touch that with whilst you got that on there, you don't want to touch anything else metal. So you've got to be very gentle with that. That was lucky. My tool touched the metal thing. Okay, that's on. Now you're good. Now you're good to put your earth on. There we go. Now the battery is connected. This is me taking off the wheel nuts that I put on so that I did not lose them. Next up is me using the torque wrench to correctly set the wheel lug nuts. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Kind of nervous, to be honest with yous. But, just because I've never done something this deep to a car before, and especially since it's my own car, let me run through it all again. Literally everything's back. There's no parts left over. It's just all the old parts that's out and all the new ones are in. So, when I started, I took the intake, the plastic out, and then I took the washer water fluid out, then I took the battery out, and then I started to take the spark plugs and the leads off. That's all been replaced. So is the valve cover gaskets. I've cleaned the valve covers. I've got oil in it. I've replaced all the oil seals. You can see there's a new orange seal in there. It's pretty good. The throttle cable's still there. The new leads. These are in. There's just no water in it, but that doesn't matter. There's no water in the washer fluid. That doesn't. The battery, you know, I get a little bit worried about that going dead, but that light's come on, which is a good sign. So I just hope that the coil packs recognise the new spark plugs, and then I got the right spark plugs. I pulled out BKR 5E11s, and these have got 6E11s. On the engine code and the manual, it says to run 6E11s. So it's designed to run this way. So yeah. Alright, here we go. I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you, so here we go. Here's the money shot. Okay, so when you put the key into ignition, basically you'll hear a tick like that's the fuel pump priming and everything going again. Then you start the starter motor, and then you know, teeth go out, grab onto the flywheel, and then spin the flywheel, which is getting the pistons going. It's like bleh. And then when it opens up, the timing gets the spark, and then that's when it, you know, feels spark. Yeah. And then to follow, there'll be a lot of white smoke. I absolutely cloud out the whole driveway. All that is after I took the old spark plugs out, the leftover oil went down into the cylinder. Bit of burning oil, but it does not do that now, so it's just that. It's pretty good. It's your boy. Now I got a straight away check for leaks. That's the first thing you look at. Me listening to the firing order. She good. She good. I knew she'd be good because, like, I've done everything. But, you just never know, you know? It's, like, always a nervous thing, so, yeah. Alright then, guys, that's going to be a wrap for this video. I feel like this video's gone on so long. I've got, like, 2 hours of editing footage there. And about about 30 minutes worth of footage takes me 2 hours to edit. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of editing. So, yeah, I'm sorry if it's taken a little while, but, anyway, not to go on any longer. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, like and subscribe, and, yeah, she's good, honestly.